some odd years later, it's as a dream. I still remember it, but it's like it's real but not, maybe. I don't know that that emotion is really explainable. There wasn't any, that I remember, any informative information about what I was about to experience. I never saw the abortionist's face. He came in fully medically clothed with the mask. Was told that I would feel extreme pressure, almost like a menses cramp, and that it would be over quickly. I heard a vacuum sound, and it was over. It was done.
I was actually looking for an abortion clinic. That's how serious I was about it. And then Save a Life came up, and when I went to their website, it said they were not an abortion clinic, but they were a pregnancy crisis center.
Our main goal here at Save a Life is to try to steer abortion-minded young ladies away from that thought and to the realization that the baby that they're carrying is a human being.
We're there to be a help and give them wisdom and help them through decision-making processes. The law says that they have to be given an ultrasound, and that's something that we can do for them for free before they ever even go to an abortion clinic. We can do that part for them. And usually if they see the baby and see the heartbeat, they're not going to go through with the abortion.
The statistics for a crisis pregnancy center is that 87% of girls that see an ultrasound usually change their minds. At 5.5 weeks in the baby's development, so about 35 days after the mom is conceived, the baby has a heartbeat at 5.5 weeks. At 13 weeks, they have every organ, all the brain function, everything they need to survive. They just got to, grow everything. So like liver's already formed, kidneys, heart, all of that. At 20 weeks, you're able to tell the gender. So when a lady is 5 months along, she's able to tell the gender of her child. At 24 weeks is when, 23 to 24 weeks is when a child could live outside of the womb and be able to survive. Now, they'd have to stay in the hospital for a lengthy amount of time, but that is the point where their lungs are developed enough where they could survive outside the womb. And then at 37 to 39 weeks is when the baby's fully formed and ready to come into the world.
The big thing is educating oneself. I wouldn't want someone making a choice for me without me fully understanding what I'm up against.
A wise woman makes choices based on facts. They need to get the facts. They need to get every kind of brochure, look on the internet, find places that are factual and not trying to lie to them.
So we always talk to them about options. We have a video. We have actually 3 different videos that the counselor can choose for them to watch. There's nothing graphic. It's not just trying to tug at emotions. It's not trying to do that. But they have 3 options. You can choose abortion, you can choose to parent, or you can choose adoption. And it shows ladies actually giving their own testimony that have gone through those things. And so that's very helpful. It's changed a lot of hearts and a lot of minds.
She just basically asked me what did I want to do, and I said I didn't know. Even though I did know, I just didn't want to be like, wow, I want to get an abortion, because they're not an abortion clinic. And she let me watch this tape that broke down the 3 options: abortion, parenting, or adoption. And it made me realize that I'm just making this decision off of impulse and my emotions, and it's not the decision I wanted to make. Going to Save a Life really got us to where we could actually say we are staying in college and we are finishing our education, because without Save a Life, we probably would have felt like it was the end of the road for us, and we had to drop out of college and join corporate America and find a way to provide for this child.
The Earn While You Learn program is a program developed for girls that come take parenting classes, and then they earn mommy money or daddy bucks. It's just like Monopoly money for our baby boutique, and we have everything in the boutique from diapers, wipes, baby clothes, bottles, anything that they would need for a baby. And they earn these things, so they're able to choose the things that they want for their child, and they develop responsibility and a sense of self-esteem.
This young couple that I met recently, they chose to keep the baby, and they're still in school. They are practicing abstinence until they get married. They're planning to marry once they finish school. But through all of these classes, they've earned the baby bucks, and they've been able to shop in the baby boutique that's at Save a Life and get everything that they need for their child without having to spend real cash. So Save a Life offered them that positive option.
Earn While You Learn is just more than helping them to get things for their baby. It's also about learning how to be what that baby needs to have a good life.
You can learn about parenting, you can learn about the pregnancy process, and that's a scary thing for the guys, not knowing what to expect.
It didn't only teach me about the value of a life, but it also taught me about parenthood, about how to be a parenthood, how to get ready, and preparing yourself for it.
Through that we found hope, and we're like, oh, we can do this. We can really do this with God, and just keeping the faith and keeping everything positive and being with each other, helping each other along the way. We can definitely graduate college and still choose life for our baby.
The new location in Jacksonville is, I think, a very much needed thing for JSU.
From what we understand, there's a lot of activity at JSU. This is what we've been told from many different people, from adults and from college kids. So we just know, and we still haven't got the word out enough that we're actually here for girls. So that's what we're trying to do right now. But we just know that there are a lot of girls that are facing unplanned pregnancies.
I talked to our director at Save Life, and I said, hey, we need to get in Jacksonville. And all of this happened in one semester. And at the end of the semester, one of the counselors here at JSU called me, and she said, Jerry, I've seen more post-abortive clients, which means more girls who have had abortions the last year than the last 5 years she's been on this campus. And that was huge to me. And just being in a classroom and hearing these young ladies talk about it, I was like, we need to do something.
There was nothing here in this area for a girl that didn't have transportation that could go to and get the resources she needs and the support and the love that Save a Life offers.
Last August, that would have been in 2010, August 2010, our board decided to take that on as a mission to do it. And just took it on as prayer and started talking to other people about what would our opportunities be. And by January, Eagle Point had already decided to donate this space to us. And it was about 2,000 square feet. It needed a lot of renovations, but it was just funny how that happened right after that board meeting, that they offered it up. So of course we took it, thankfully, and then within a couple of weeks after that, we had another large church that donated over $17,000 in one Sunday to cover all of the renovation cost. And it's a really nice renovation. It looks really great. So it was just a God thing. We were supposed to be here.
He provided the place, he provided the money, and when he burdens someone's heart to do something like that, it's always good to follow down that path that he is leading out, because he's the one that can make things happen, and he did.
To see where we've come in the last year, from being in Anniston with a hope and a dream of being in Jacksonville one day, and now we get to be here and see it happen on campus.
Being here for these college students is something that we all really have a heart for.
We've had a lot of students and adults from this area that know situations that students are going through, that know that they need somewhere to go.
With the proximity of the Jacksonville campus to the university as opposed to them having to go to Anniston, we feel like this branch can be a really big part of their ministry to the students.
They may not have transportation, they may not have friends yet, they don't have family here. This is a really scary place to be in.
We know that with the statistics of females involved in abortion and unplanned pregnancies, how Save a Life can have a big impact in those students' lives.
In one of my classes, this young lady who had no idea who I worked for or what I did, she just came up to me and asked me if I knew where she could go get an abortion. And that's kind of how we got started here on campus.
The student group is for students to actually get involved in ministering to other students as well as ministering to pregnant women.
The main purpose is to, one, see babies saved, but two, see those moms come to eternal salvation. And that's what we're excited about.
We just want them to know that we're here for them. This is somewhere they can come, they can hang out if they want to, just grow close to the ladies that are here. We have all different ages of ladies here with all different stories and backgrounds that would love to just talk to them and share some of that with them, because all of us have been through a situation that God is now using here to minister to other people. So they just need to know that they're not alone.
As of now is to be the best parents and students we can be, because we have to set an example for him, because when he gets older he'll hear the story too, but we also want him to hear a success story.